we're going to get a chance to pick the mind of a man that just made a pick in the NFL draft, a pretty big one. Ladies and gentlemen, a guy who we had on earlier in the program and wasn't able to give us any information because he was making a pick in just moments, picked Anthony Richardson to the Indianapolis Colts. GM Chris Ballard. Hey, hold on. I want to take a trip back in time. A month and a half ago, 2 months ago, you were asked about potentially having to move out of 4 to move up to get the guy that you like. You said with your Southern draw, I don't think we have to go anywhere to get the guy that I like. Has it been Anthony Richardson this whole time? And why was it Anthony Richardson, Chris?
Yeah, we've been dialed in on him for a while. And look, we're betting on what we think he can become. And he's a physical freak in terms of his ability to run and throw. He's a big, strong man. And then the more time we spent with him, you know, we just thought that, you know what, he is going to really grow because he's smart, he cares, and he wants to be good. And all those things. Look, is it going to be pretty early? Probably not. But we'll work through it and let his talent come to life at some point.
Do you think that Jalen Hurts' success with Steichen was immediately the reason why Richardson becomes the guy for us? Was that a big part of the factor? How much did Steichen have say in this? And at what point, when you had him in your building, because I got a chance to chat with you, you said you don't like the combine, you don't like the pro days, you like when they're in your building because you can put a little heat on them. At what point did you know he was your guy, and how much did Steichen have to play with this?
Well, of course, Shane, look, I mean, anytime you're drafting a quarterback, and especially with an offensive head coach, they got to buy into what they can do with them and how they can fit the offense to them. And I think it was the best thing in Shane's career. You know, think about it. He went from Phillip Rivers, who's brilliant and a great pocket passer, to Herbert, and then to Jalen Hurts. So he's had to adjust to 3 different players. And I just remember when he first started, I mean, he wasn't 2 weeks on the job, and he calls me in his office. He says, "My Lord." I said, "What?" He goes, "I am watching this kid." He had about 10 cut-ups of Anthony, and he said, "Chris, there's not many guys that can do the things he can do." And he goes, "I think we can do some real fun things with him on offense."
Let's go. Hey, I'm pumped to hear that.
Wow.
I just renewed my suite for 6 figures.
Boom.
We're going to be in there. It's going to be
Attaboy.
Hey, I'm going to be there.
Attaboy.
I'm a season ticket holder. I'm going to be there. It's going to be electrifying. AJ has something for you, Chris.
Chris, were you surprised to see what happened right in front of you with Houston getting the second and coming back and taking the third pick too in front of you?
Well, I mean, look, Houston they got 2 really good football players. But I'm not going to lie. I was happy it was Houston because I knew they weren't going to take a quarterback.
Okay, so did you hear about Tennessee potentially trading up and you were just kind of sitting, waiting, kind of playing it out? Or what was the anxiety at 3 whenever it came up in the room?
I'll never forget listening to your show one time. I can't remember who you were talking to, and you kept telling him, hold. And I just said, look, we're just going to hold. We're just going to hold, and hopefully this thing works out the way we want it to work out.
Hey, we're proud of you, man. Congratulations.
Thank
Sounds
y'all.
like you got who you wanted. Hell of a night. We appreciate you joining us, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank y'all. Thanks for having me on.
Hell yeah,
Appreciate
Chris.
it.
Congrats, Chris. Hell yeah.
Great pick, Chris.
Great pick, Chris. Mad Mel would have liked to stop by and say something.